I think we're live. Are we live, everyone? Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful April 29th, 2024, and today we are joined by Tyrone. Oh, good lord.
Oh,
What was
oh,
that?
oh,
We will be joined by Mr.
oh.
Yay, I believe. I think he's still working on some stuff, so he will be here.
Yeah, he's wrapping up an assignment. He'll be here in a bit.
Yeah,
Don't
surely he'll be here.
worry. It's just gonna be the three of us, though.
Yeah, so today it's time for another morning stream again. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm certainly having a great day myself. And we do got some pretty big news that dropped yesterday that kind of took was kind of out of left field. It appears that Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump have made peace. Now, again, this doesn't mean DeSantis is going to be the vice president, but it does seem like the two, at least for now, have made peace. That's what it sounds like. Alright, so we gotta get into what's going on here, but first, before I continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Like Tyrone says, it's $1 a month. I mean, think about that. $1 a month. That just means nothing. Because, what was that? I just heard, like, something from your mic, but whatever. I don't know what that was. So, again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated. And, is that anime I'm hearing? Is that copyrighted?
No.
Oh, good lord. Now, like usual, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way is to send a super chat via, well, the chat. Again, I'll try to read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get them answered. So again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. So, hold on, apparently we have breaking news already. Are you serious? We didn't even start, and we already got breaking news? Let's see here. It's true. Breaking from the Harvard-Harris poll. Hold on, let's pull this up. There we go, found it, okay. Breaking. Donald Trump has a 5-point lead over Biden according to a brand new Harvard-Harris poll. With leans, he's up by 4. When you include RFK and others, he's up by 7. 7!
Incredible.
Listen. This is nearly identical to the CNN poll from 2 days ago, or yesterday. Listen, I still don't think Trump's gonna win by 5 nationally. I don't think anyone does. Does anyone really think he's gonna win by 5 or 6,
Yes.
You really think he's gonna win by 5?
Trust the plan.
Trust the plan, good lord. But the thing is, this is nearly identical to what we saw yesterday with CNN. And they actually asked a question of job approval. Biden's at -9, net -9 approval. But this part's fascinating. This is literally the same number CNN found when people were asked to recall their approval of Trump. All right, in hindsight, 55% of Americans approve of Trump, his presidency, while only 43% disapproved.
Yeah, what having a failing administration, rampant inflation, and a dog-ass foreign policy does to an MF.
You know, it's just one of those things where it's just shocking. It really is that we're at this point now where this is the second poll in 2 days to show the same thing. And RFK went down, funny enough, but either way, this is becoming a trend. And also so much for the Biden surge. Remember that? Oh, Biden surged because of some garbage Quinnipiac poll. Outside of that, Trump has gone up in everything the past week. Let's see here. Jacko Max for 5. A bit of a controversial opinion here. DeSantis would have gotten at least 8 points less than he did in 2022 if the Dems nominated anyone but Charlie. I actually disagree. Charlie Crist is a meme, but he was their best option. Who is the lady that ran? The agriculture lady. What's her name?
I don't know.
Nikki Fried. She runs the Democrat Party of Florida. She would have lost by like 30. It's one of those things where Charlie Crist was bad, but he's a better option than the alternatives were. The Sandwich Man for 2 in 2 days. Aggregate went from plus 0.3 to plus 1.3 Trump. Yeah. So much for the Biden surge. I'm getting sick of these people. They say this every other week. Biden's gonna surge. The reality is, every other week, it's Democrat pollsters. And it's pollsters that mysteriously, completely switch their methodology to get different results. Makes you really wonder about what's going on there. But either way, this poll from Harvard has Trump winning with leaners by 4. And you include everyone else, he's up by 7. Polls are real now. Well, again,
It doesn't matter if Trump's winning by 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. The fact is that Trump's going to be winning. He's going to win the popular vote, and he's going to sweep the Electoral College at a bare minimum of 2016 plus Nevada.
Yeah.
Give or take Arizona if you want to be bullish on them.
That's the thing that people gotta understand, that Trump doesn't need to win by 5. If he does
Trump
win
doesn't
by
have
5,
to win in a fucking landslide. He doesn't need to do a Bush 04 victory. He just needs to fucking win the popular vote.
Just win. Well, that's kind of the important thing that people, I don't think, they make it sound like Trump, he lost by a landslide in 2020. What did he lose in Wisconsin by, a point? Same thing in Pennsylvania.
He lost it by, what? Hold on. Wisconsin 2020.
It was like 0.5% or something, or 1. They make it
49.45 to 48.82. That is a total of less than 21,000 votes.
Yeah.
Biden won by 2,682 votes. 2,682 or 20,682. That's the 2020 election was decided by less than 50,000 votes in the Midwest. The fact that Trump got that close, despite every blunder ever with his administration, you gotta be delusional to think he's some unelectable candidate. The math doesn't lie, the statistics don't lie, the official numbers, regardless of what you think happened in 2020, doesn't lie. Which, by the way, if all of this stuff with election funny shenanigans happened in 2020 and Trump still lost by less than 50,000 votes, that doesn't make him unelectable.
Yeah.
That means that he was the only person who could have gotten the closest to the finish line in spite of that fucking shitstorm of lawsuit nonsense.
And on top, people
ballot harvesting shenanigans, a 2-year-long guerrilla campaign by the media, blatantly manipulating the polls.
Big tech censoring the Hunter Biden stuff, which I know it's a
I know. Google coming forth and openly admitting they manipulated how the search engine worked just so that they could try and prevent Trump from getting any sort of positive attention on the search engine.
Let's see here. Mike for 5. Polls are trying to seed complacency in Trump T-Man voters. Nukes will fly before they let him in the White House. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think that's the case, because this is not just one pollster. This is not just, media pollsters. This is every pollster.
No. Rap, I literally fucking talking about this. People saying this shit. What did I say about half a year ago? What did I say? It'd be like January, late December. I said you would see people talking about how the posters are showing Trump winning by a landslide to make MAGA voters complacent. No, they're not fucking doing that. That's not in the playbook. You unparagoned manatee. you unparalleled crab shell for a skull.
Well,
no. The reason that they did everything in 2020, not you, I'm talking to the person who said that in chat. If you believe the fraud narrative, I'm sorry for saying the F word, but if you believe in the fraud narrative, the thing you need to fundamentally understand about the fraud narrative is that the whole if that did happen, which I'm not going to say whether or not I believe it happened because I don't want to get the stream demonetized, but speaking from if you do believe that happened, you need to recognize that the sole reason they were able to do that to begin with is because they shit out poll after poll after poll of Biden beating Trump. The whole reason they were able to legitimize that narrative, and when election day came and they did it, and they said, well, no, we won the election fair and square, it's because of the fact that they said, of course Biden won. Look at the polls. The polls are a massive fucking gaslight. Like, they've already admitted defeat. You can't do what they did in 2020.
Yeah, because
if you openly show Trump winning by in a worst case, Trump's still winning the popular vote by a point. Best case, he's winning by like fucking 7 to 8. Like, the mechanics behind what happened in 2020 aren't there. The coalitions are not there. College white education liberals look like they're coming back to Biden. But
that's
Hispanics and Mexicans, Hispanics and Muslims. Sorry, wrong M-lettered minority. Hispanics
Bro.
and Muslims. No, they're not returning to the Democrats. So no, they're not going. Oh, they're pumping the polls up. How about you? They're not. They're like pumping the polls up to make us complacent. Don't be a fucking loser. How about when you win? How about you? Because like this is the kind of fucking shit I rant about. This is the exact kind of loser mentality shit that drives me crazy about the Republican Party. We could win. Well, like we could literally we saw the same shit happen with Roe v. Wade when it was overturned. We took a big win, the biggest win we haven't seen in that magnitude in a long fucking time. And people were like, actually, they let us have it to like
7D chess.
7D chess to like have a no. It was a victory. Take a victory where there's a victory. Don't assume the powers that be are making some kind of fucking 8D chess move to like demoralize you. You fucking orangutan. If Trump is winning by 5, scream Trump is winning by 5 and go vote for Trump. Don't say, oh, they're trying to demoralize MAGA voters. Take the tinfoil hat off. You are being presented with a chance to win.
Now,
you are a massive loser if you are.
You gotta chill out. Okay, you gotta chill out.
With a reason to win, and you're gonna go, oh, it's actually gonna kill us.
So no, here's. But I can understand where Mike was coming from. Again, Mike for super chat, but no, I think he's just saying like, okay, like the polls like theoretically were only in April. Stuff can change, and you know that's possible. That's what I think he meant. Like I don't know. But anyways, Jets Unleashed for 5. LT says even if Trump wins popular vote, he still can lose. Bullshit.
I don't care what LTE thinks. He's a massive fucking loser.
But well, the thing is, like, how is it even possible? Like, this isn't Bush where he needed to win by 2 to just barely win Ohio. It's like Trump can lose by 2, 3, maybe even 4, and he still would win. But yeah, so I just think, with the polling like this, I just don't think it's going to hold.
My jaw hurts from talking so much. I'm going to be silent for a bit and let my jaw relax.
But no, I'm just saying, like, I see where Mike is coming from, though. Like, okay, we're up by 5. We can't get complacent because, it's possible that people just think, well, we're up by 5. We may not vote because of it. If there's bad weather, like I can understand that argument, but I don't think there's a grand conspiracy.
Actually, election day is going to be all sunshine and rainbows, which kills liberals.
Oh, they're like vampires. Oh,
so true.
So true. But no, for real, I'm just saying, like, I can see the argument that, again, I don't think the polls are being manipulated as a 7D chess move, but I still think we could see, some complacency if Trump's up by like 10 or whatever on election day. That's the argument, but we just got to see what happens. It's still kind of funny to see that right after they started screaming the Biden surge, and go look up Larry Sabato, that clown from, what's it called, like Crystal Balls, whatever? What's that organization?
Zach Webster. Yeah, Sabato's Crystal Ball. Wasn't he like a pedophile or something? I can't remember.
No, that's not him. No, well, I don't know, but no, he wasn't. That's exactly what I mean, Rap. Okay, so Mike was just saying, like, well, this isn't like a grand conspiracy, but theoretically the polls could be off and stuff. But we'll get to the Sabato stuff in a second because that's just ridiculous. Zach Webster for 2. I can't see any way Biden wins, especially with RFK plus Stein. You know, RFK, I just don't know if it's one of those things where it depends on the state with RFK. Because RFK in some states, like, just for example, like Michigan, I think well, I'm trying to like think of a state where he hurts like both. Like, I think a state like, I would say maybe Wisconsin, I think he helps Trump a little bit. But a state like Michigan, I think it actually hurts Biden, or hurts Trump, I should say. Because Biden's already doing so bad with the Muslim vote in Michigan that at that point he can't do any worse, mathematically speaking. He's just at a floor. And the voters...
Sabato's crystal ball is tedious incarnate, so true.
Yeah, so... But I think that the RFK stuff, it depends on the state, but generally speaking, yes, I do think it hurts Biden more than it does Trump. Now, I do want to bring up Larry Sabato because this clown, this political genius, let me pull up what he said yesterday, all right? He is the director of Center for Politics, you know, the crystal ball. It's a scam. It's like $50 a month or something for his analysis. Who pays $50 a month for some dude's analysis? Who? But anyways, so this clown yesterday said, and I quote, Poll Smalls, today's CNN has Trump up nationally by 49 to 43%, while CBS has ties in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. If CBS is correct, then CNN is almost certainly wrong, and vice versa. Result, we will ignore polls until after the conventions, and maybe beyond. So, in other words, he's
honestly
saying
just
the polls
quite
are fake.
incredible.
The polling's all fake. It's too early to decide. Yet, I can pull up a tweet right now. Actually, I can pull up hundreds of them. Let me just pull up one that I posted
Millions
yesterday.
and millions of tweets.
Millions.
And millions.
Back in January of this year. We're not talking about 5 years ago. This year. There was a Quinnipiac poll from Pennsylvania that had Biden up by 3. And this clown worshipped it. He said, Biden is up by 3 in Pennsylvania. Back in January.
How is that his conclusion when both polls are favorable to Trump? It's called delusion.
This is just insane. This guy, he flip-flops every other week. 1 week he praises the polls when Biden does slightly better. The next week he's saying the polls are all fake. We have to ignore them till the convention and beyond. Mike for 2. My point was we gotta vote. Don't get complacent. Yeah. Again, that's what you meant, all right? So Tyrone didn't actually mean to, like, insult you.
No, I wasn't insulting you in specific. I was talking, okay, I may have been insulting you in specific, but not you in specific as in your character. More so, you as in people who think like that. If you're just saying it for the sake of the hypothetical, then yeah, fair enough. I will admit I was a bit too harsh. But at the same time, people who unironically believe that are losers.
But yeah, so this is Larry Sabato. You could find hundreds of tweets, like not just of 2020. This year, he worships one pollster or 2 that have Biden up, but every other poll he says it's fake. You know, we can't listen to polls. They're delusional. It's all of that. But here's a thing though that he brought up. He said that the polling between CBS and CNN cannot possibly happen. And there is some credibility. I wanted to discuss this real quick. So the CBS poll has Trump up by like 1 in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, or something like that. Well, the CNN poll has him up 6 nationally. Here's the difference. And this guy's supposedly an expert, but he doesn't know this. One poll, the CBS poll, is of likely voters. And I've said this many times. We have plenty of proof to back that likely voters, aka lower turnout, helps Biden. While registered voter polls, like the CNN poll was, it benefits Trump. That's why there's that huge gap between the two. Trump's up by 1 in the 3 states, but the other one, he's up by 6 everywhere. That's because one's a likely voter poll, the other's a registered voter poll. But on top of all of that, one poll leaned all of its voters. The other one didn't. How can you compare the two? How can you say, well, these polls have completely different samples, completely different methodologies, completely different leanings? No, we have to use that as proof that the polls are fake. That's a reality. And no one's going to mention that. That clown, he says this every other week. You know what? Hold up. Let me just find some
Okay, I'm
polls.
holding.
Well, good lord. Let me just find what this clown said back in 2020, because, man, I found a couple and it's just sad. You know what? Florida. I remember this. There was one from Florida.
Guys, I think he remembers it.
What?
I think he remembers it, guys.
Yeah, so. Right here. Back in July of 2020, there was a poll from, you guessed it, a Quinnipiac. New Florida Quinnipiac poll. Biden leads Trump 51 to 38%. Biden plus 13 in Florida. In late April, Biden led Trump in Florida by 46% to 42. Unfreaking believable. This took 2 seconds to find. This is insane. He worships the polls when Biden's up, but when Trump's slightly ahead, oh, it's all fake. Can you imagine really believing that a Biden plus 13 in Florida is possible? This was 2020. Granted, it was this year, but he was worshiping these polls months before the convention then. But now it's different. Why is it different? What's the difference between now and with the polling now and a couple weeks ago? Because Trump's doing slightly better. That's why it's fake. It's unfreaking believable. Tyrone, what do you think?
I think people who say that shit should be skinned alive. Obviously, I'm joking about skinning people alive, but I think you understand my general sentiment. I think that people who say this shit are delusional and are caught up in cope.
Well, and the crazy thing is, people actually believe him. And that's why I get frustrated about. Listen.
Yeah, trust the experts, bros.
Listen.
Or whatever.
I can understand, like, you could say you were wrong. I admit that I was wrong in 2022. I'm one of the only
Basically,
people that,
all of us were wrong in 2020.
Well, no, at least I'm one of the only people that I admitted I was wrong. These same people, they throw their predictions out the window. They ignore it, and they pretend, oh, I was actually right all along. I knew that Trump was going to do better than expected or whatever. They make shit up, and now they're seen as the experts. I don't know. All right, let's see here. I'm glad his predictions are included on Wikipedia pages, clearly unbiased, reliable source of information. Well, no, you can look his history up. It's not good. The guy has missed everything. Even back in, like, 2014, he was saying that Tom Condon was barely going to win in Arkansas. He won by, like, 15. But anyways, should we talk about the thing that happened in Florida?
People in the chat are saying we should, so.
Right. So, for those, what was that?
Oh.
So, DeSantis meets with Trump to help with the 2024 election. This, in my opinion, is huge. Because, listen, DeSantis, his political career is all but dead. I mean, can he come back from what he did in 24?
No.
I really don't think he can. His problem is there's a large chunk of the base that will never vote for him now, no matter what happens.
I know guys in Florida who liked him, but after he ran against Trump, they're like, oh yeah, no, I'm never voting for this asshat again.
But it seems like DeSantis and Trump, at least for now, made peace with each other. They apparently met in, I think it was Miami. Was it Miami or Palm Beach? Yeah, it was Miami. And they talked for a couple hours, trying to, like, settle things out. Like, figure out, like, okay, what's going on here? Why should we continue the feud? And listen, I supported Trump, and I still think DeSantis is a good governor, but he should have never ran. That was the dumbest thing his campaign ever did. He should have never ran for president, especially after the indictment started to kick in. That was his opportunity to say, nope, Trump is getting unfairly prosecuted, I'm not going to run. But instead of doing that, he did what he did, and he barely took second in Iowa. And his political career is pretty much dead. So, they met with each other, and apparently, DeSantis is going to help fundraise with Trump. Because that's one thing DeSantis is really good at. Getting funds from big donors. That's a one thing, even in his 2022 or 24 campaign, he was good at. The big donors love the guy. He will be able to convince them to donate, at least, if not towards Trump, towards Republican Party. And that's why I think it just makes sense to, like, settle the dispute, the, what do you call it, the controversy, the drama? Yeah. I think that's smart. Because this isn't like Nikki Haley where, you know, she's...
Nimrata Randhawa.
What?
Nimrata Randhawa.
Yeah, it's not like Nikki Haley where she's like doing whatever she's doing. It's like DeSantis is still someone I trust, at least as a governor. And I think it is best for the party if he got behind Trump and supported him.
Oh, it's the only way he has any future going forward. That's the simple matter of it all. Like he may genuinely care as well, but first and foremost, he's interested in his political career after he ends being governor. Don't think elsewise, guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to, like, figure out what to do after his governorship, because out after that, when is it, 2026 he's up? He's, I don't see him being able to do much of anything.
Unless he runs against, like, Marco Rubio or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but Rubio may not even be senator by then. I don't know. He might be vice president, but we just gotta see.
I would support a Vice President Rubio. Rubio's been really good.
Well,
like his 2016 campaign was a blunder, but he's gotten really, really good. He's like one of the few senators I think that's gotten
way better,
genuinely competent. Yeah.
The thing with Rubio is, I just think he was inexperienced back in 2016. He didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, because he was only like what 4 years a freshman senator at that point.
Yeah. Well, no, he ran for re-election in 2016, so yeah, it was 6 years. But yeah, he was not a, you know, stalwart that stayed there for 20, 30 years. You know, it's he was new, and that's why I think he was bad originally. But then after 2016, where Trump just absolutely destroyed him, well, that's when he became kind of decent, or started to. Now he's, I would say, top 10 senator easy. Maybe even top 5. Maybe. Which is kind of funny, but Pale for 2, DeSigma for Senate, or for Senate. Don't say that again, please. DeSigma.
Shut the heck your mouth.
DeSantis, I don't think, well, I guess he tried to be a Sigma and it was just cringe, but DeSantis a backstabber. He should help Trump and then retire. You know, but I think he's realized that he has to help Trump if he wants any political future. That's why he's doing this. Again, I think also he realized that he effed up, that maybe it was not a good idea to challenge the Orange Man. But he's doing this because, like Tyrone said, he wants a career. He wants something to do. Let's see. Rap, I think DeSantis has a future in some capacity still. He has such great policies. But what? Like, he's going to be lucky to win a statewide race in Florida, in a primary at least. He would win, you know, the general, but would he win anything in a primary?
Ron Skibbity Toilet.
Stop. But, seriously, like, what is he going to run for? He's probably going to run for president again. I think that's kind of his big thing. But even then, he's not going to win. So, Pale for 2, I'm being ironic. I'll never say that in real life. Yeah, if you said that in real life, some of these people, they do. Honestly, I just, I can't talk to you anymore. Trump said Rubio sweats so much he looks like he jumped out of a pool. Yeah, that was during the,
He jumped off the Rio Grande.
Oh, good lord. You had to really say that.
Of course.
But yeah, I think that, Rubio would be a decent choice, I think. The thing is, Trump would have to move, but I don't think he really cares. He's just gonna, like, move to, like, Nevada or something. Hey, Rap, I'll make a statement outside of politics today. I unfortunately could not attend service yesterday, but I will be able to attend church this Sunday. I believe I'm ready to accept the Lord. Based.
Good shit. Just don't join the Catholic Church. They're a bunch of pagans.
Hey, hey, listen, we're not starting this. As a Catholic, don't say that.
I'm messing with you.
You're not allowed to insult the Catholic Church, but whatever. All right, he is strong on cultural issues and tough on crime. Yeah, Rubio, I think's overall good. Oh, you talk about DeSantis. Yeah, DeSantis is good on cultural stuff, but the problem is he doesn't know when to shut the hell up at times. Because he tried to be like a right-wing version of Trump, and it just didn't work. Because it was fake. And, like, no one outside of, like, the Bible-beating evangelicals in Iowa cared about it. I mean, trying to make his campaign about COVID and, you know, how he was the true pro-life candidate. That...
Rhonda Phantom Tax.
Oh, good Lord. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think DeSantis, if he ran a normal campaign, he would have done way better. But let's see. What am I missing? DeSantis only cares about his boots. Don't bring that up. Oh gosh, I wanted to forget about that. Where he had those stupid, you know, boots to make him look taller. Why did he do like? It's stuff like that where you're fake. Stop trying to be like Trump. But then, like, he tried to copy the Mitt Romney outfit. It was just crazy. But
the Romney fit.
The Romney fit, yeah, it was the jeans, it was the cowboy boots, and then it was the... What did he wear again for a shirt?
A plaid long sleeve shirt.
Yeah. Like that's...
See, the thing is, he's a rich Yankee, Massachusetts Mormon. He can't rep that shit. If you're actually from the Deep South, you're more than free to do that.
Yeah, but with DeSantis, though, it's like he never wore it beforehand, and then, like, oh, out of the blue, he started to. That's why I think he was a fake in his election. If he would have ran as himself, yeah, he wouldn't have won, but I think he would have done a lot better than he did.
He probably would have suffered with the evangelicals, all things considered.
Let's see here. Hey, we're at my top 5 senators, in no particular order. Tuberville, Hawley, Vance, Rubio, and Braun. I want to put Tuberville 1.
Rizzy Rubio.
Rizzy Rubio. Hailed for 2. Rizzy Rubio got better because Florida was getting redder. I guess. You know, but that's part. I still think he was always decent, but he just, like, got caught, like, he gotta, like, surround himself with idiots like DeSantis did. That's kind of what happened, but DeSantis also signed the 6-week limit on abortion. But, yeah, and that's good, but the problem is, running on that and then, like, COVID is not going to win you anything. That's his problem.
Does he know?
What? Do I know what?
Does he know?
What?
He doesn't know, chat.
Oh, good Lord. Let's see here. Hey, Rap, who should replace Rubio if Trump makes him VP? It's probably going to be, like, a congressman like Matt Gaetz or something. Which would be hilarious, but we just gotta see. Did you know that DeSantis had a Sharpie with him and he fills out the checkers on his shirt because of his... Wait, what? That's fake. He does not have it. That's... I refuse to believe that. That would be funny if it was true, but... probably fake. Hey, Rap, you think Noma's gonna run for Senate if she's not the VP pick? Her political career is done.
She's fucked.
Now, speaking of Kristi Noem, she's tripling down.
Oh yeah, no, like that is some straight up psychopathic shit.
Listen,
that she did.
I understand that apparently the dog was aggressive, but even that's like, what? Don't talk about it. No one asked you, okay, what did you do with your dog 20 years ago? No one.
Don't ask Kristi Noem what she did to her 14-month-old puppy 20 years ago in front of a crew of construction workers. Yeah.
But it's one of those things with Kristi Noem, it's like, if you had to put down the dog, why did you have to shoot it?
What's the dog doing?
What's the dog doing? You could have done different things. You could at least, like, give it for adoption or, you know, something else. Not like, oh yeah, I went out back, you know, and shot it.
I fucking killed it.
I hate that dog. That's what she said.
We fucking killed the dog.
And that's the problem with Kristi Noem's response here. She could have just not talked about it. She could have said, there's nothing. Just say nothing about the dog. She, like, it was her biography or something that she was writing or something? Like, she wasn't even asked about it, but she decided to put that down? And apparently, she said, oh, if you think this is bad, there's a lot worse in the book. What does that even mean?
What the fuck do you mean by that, Christy?
Can you just imagine, though, it's like, this isn't the first time?
Oh, this isn't the fun. I'll fucking do it again.
But it's one of those things where, you know, again, it's one thing to say the dog had problems, but the way that she did and the way she talked about, like, I hated that dog, you know, it was terrible, it was untrainable, I was happy that I did it. Just don't talk about it. Let's see here. South Dakota State Senate's horrible, but their House Representatives okay. Yeah, well, South Dakota Republicans, I mean, Kristi Noem's sadly the best one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Of, like, the main ones, because you have, who are the two senators again? John Thune and... Who's the other guy?
Okay.
What?
No, I'm looking it up for you. Mike Rounds.
Yeah, Mike Rounds, yeah. And then you got, like, Dusty Johnson. So,
Dirty Dick Johnson.
Oh, good Lord. But that's your delegation? Thune, Rounds, and Johnson? Like, the best one of those three is probably Dusty Johnson. Good Lord. That's unbelievable. That's just sad. Let's see here. Can we not talk about this? As an owner of 3 dogs, would be appreciated. Well, it's in the news, you know, and it sucks, but it's the reality of the Republican Party. They have no clue what reality is. They really think, yes, we are going to talk about this publicly. We're not going to just, you know, say something that dog sadly had to be, you know, put down. No, I got to explain in detail, but yeah, well, we're done with that. Surely. Watch her book be about the rise of a serial killer, aka herself. Apparently, she did say that there's much worse stuff in the book. Which is like, why? You wanted to be the vice president, right? Yet you're talking about putting dogs down like you did, and then you were excited and happy to do it? I don't know. Noma's always been a fraud. Only reason she didn't lock down in 2020 because the legislator didn't let her. Yeah. People just forget that she wanted to lock down the state. Even further than many Democrats even. People don't talk about that. But the legislator did something decent for once, and they said, nah, let's not shut down. That's probably a dumb idea. Hey, Rat, my bottom 5 senators in no particular order: Murkowski, Romney, Lankford, Mullen, Cornyn. Your opinion? I agree. I agree with the bottom 5. Because someone like Collins you can live with.
Lankford is so bad.
What?
Lankford is just
terrible. Yeah. Remember the immigration stuff where it's like virtually amnesty?
Oh, we're gonna have a bipartisan.
And effectively what that bill did was there could be like, I think 8,000 illegals each day allowed in, and they can't do anything about it. That's a law. So therefore they're actually incentivizing illegals to come through illegally. Because think about it. The first 8,000 people, or whatever it was, 5,000, doesn't matter. They can waltz right in. And according to the law, the government can't do anything about it. If it's after that, they could do something. If it's after like 20,000 or whatever each day, they have to do something. So what's the freaking point? Thank you for pointing out that rap, because hardcore maggots defended her so much about her great record during COVID. She was awful. She was absolutely terrible. She was not a stalwart that stopped the COVID shutdowns. It was only stopped because the legislator, which was bad. I mean, the legislator was pathetic. They actually did something decent for once. They decided, you know, we're in South Dakota. Like, 300,000 people live here. I don't think we need to shut down. Let's see here. Rap, I love watching your streams, but I have to say that DeSantis needs to retire after Trump wins. I think he's going to run for something. I do wonder, though, if it's going to be like a House seat, a Senate seat, the presidency he's going to run for, but is he going to win? I doubt it. Highly doubt it. McConnell is bad, but I forgot how bad Cornyn is. Oh yeah, Cornyn's awful.
I'm not voting for Cornyn in 26.
Honestly, where would you rank him in the Senate?
I'd say he's easily in the lower quarter.
I think he's like bottom 5, like someone said.
Bottom 5 Republicans, yeah.
Because the guy's just, I mean, you're a gun grabber in Texas? Really? Like, Tyrone, you could go on a rant if you want to about what's wrong with Cornyn.
I don't have the energy to do that right now, dude.
It's just like a 3-hour long.
I've already explained
I know
why Cornyn is absolute dog shit. I don't need to.
But that's the thing. It's
Stay
like
further on stream. He's
bad. A Republican from Texas.
He's a gun grabber. He's pro-amnesty. I mean, he's definitely a Texas Republican, but he's a Texas Republican from the 80s and 90s when they were still pretty liberal.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. That's your senator. Just freaking unbelievable. The fact that Ted Cruz is the best senator from Texas is just sad.
Well, I mean, Ted Cruz is kind of good, so.
He's not that good.
I said kind of good.
I would, the emphasis on the kinda. Like,
yes.
Strong. Like,
strong emphasis on kinda.
Everything, like, is banking on the word kinda. Let's see, your top 5 and bottom 5 GOP governors. Give me candidates for that. Bottom 5, ooh.
Top 5, 1, DeSantis, 2, Abbott. I've come around on Abbott. He's done a great job. For those who were unaware, last week I enlisted with the Texas Army National Guard. I'm hoping to God that I get sent to the border because I really do want to do some border shit.
But yeah, I would say, DeSantis up there, Cornyn's up, or not Cornyn, Abbott.
Abbott's up there.
Let's see here. The guy
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Gianforte from Montana. He's good. Though there's some questions about him, but I think he's still good overall. Now, the 5th one.
Hey, Ivy. I think that's her name, right?
Yeah,
Alabama.
Fine. The fact that that's like top 5 is kind of sad.
Jim Justice is another really good one.
But the fact that Kay Ivy's up there is just kind of.
I understand that. I understand that like Justice and Ivy, or I understand that Justice is kind of liberal, but he's really good for West Virginia, and he did prove that West Virginia is capable of doing a lot of shit. So
yeah, Pale for 2, Ted Budd for VP. Nah, Ted Budd's okay, but he's not VP material. But as for bottom 5, oh yeah, you gotta include Phil Scott, Chris Sununu, Spencer Cox, funny last name, I know.
Remember when everyone wanted Sununu to run for Senate? We thought Sununu would be like this blowout candidate, and
he would have, but then he
turned out to be like total dog shit and hated Trump.
Yeah, the only reason he didn't run was because of Trump. That's a reality of it. He hated Trump so much he wanted to spite him. But yeah, I think it's bottom 5 is Spencer Cox of Utah. You got the Sununu, you got Phil Scott, Mike DeWine is down there.
DeWine's pretty bad, yeah.
He's got it slightly better though, but that was because of the primary challenge. And as for a 5th one, oof, that's a tricky one. The guy from Indiana, what's his name? That guy is pretty bad. He screwed us in redistricting. Holcomb, yeah, that guy is. And the guy from Missouri also. What is up with like these, Missouri and Indiana types? They're deep red states. They have like shit governors.
That's a good question.
Why are we talking about Mike? Oh, good lord! I'm not
oh shit, Youngkin's been really good. How did we forget about Youngkin?
The thing with Youngkin is like it's kind of hard to rate him because he's in Virginia. That's his problem. But I think he's still pretty good. Let's see. Rap breaking news. China vows begin dumping U.S. bonds retaliation for TikTok ban. I don't think that's real. Don't think that's real.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Turns out that's actually real, and then like the economy just crashes tomorrow. Good lord. Let's see here. At least DeWine's pro-life. Well, the thing with DeWine is
being pro-life should be a fucking baseline minimum, not something that proves you're an exception to a rule.
The thing about DeWine though is like he's got it better because of primary. It's like kind of like Abbott, but at least with Abbott, you could say he got significantly better.
Yeah.
Bill Lee or Henry McMaster. Oh yeah, they're pretty good too. Well, Bill Lee, I'm not a big fan of, but
McMaster's pretty good,
yeah. Master. Brian Kemp is one of those, like, one week is good, the other week is shit. So, Rap, what happened to streaming at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time? Well, we're still doing that virtually every other day. The problem is I just want to do, like, one morning stream a week. Because, I think, morning streams kind of, like, break it up a little bit. Breaking. Gates the primary challenger. Wait, what?
What?
Gates the primary challenger? Gates primary. Well, that's real. McCarthy allies. Of course. But why am I not surprised? It's always freaking McCarthy. Remember when he, like, retired? Yeah, he's still involved.
Quote unquote retired, yeah.
Yeah. Hold up. This is from Matt Gaetz. The first thing he tweeted about this clown. Are you serious? The BLM supporting DEI instructor running against me in the Republican primary. Really? He is a DEI instructor. I gotta read this for the Daily Caller. Hold on. Let's see. He advocated for DEI. Right, yep, right here from the Daily Caller. Wow, this is such a conservative option. Matt Gaetz is facing a primary opponent who has previously shown support for BLM and diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Social media posts reviewed by the Daily Caller reviewed. Yeah, right here. Good Lord. Oh, it just keeps going. Holy just keeps going. There's nothing but DEI crap. I'm excited to welcome Missouri-based DEI instructor Aaron Dimmick to the campaign. Unfreaking believable. You're telling me you couldn't even find like a halfway conservative opponent? You had to go find a DEI instructor? That's your plan?
Yeah, no, that sounds entirely on brand for McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy, like, can't give anything to, like, any conservatives, but he can worship, like, these clowns. Yeah, Gaetz is gonna win. If you really think Gaetz is gonna lose, when they spend $50 million against him, he's gonna win by 3. No, not 3, like 30. He's beloved in that district. If you really think he's gonna lose, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. False.
It's false. Not gonna happen. Didn't happen. Nope.
McCarthy's henchmen will all lose. Yeah, I mean, McCarthy cares about the party so much that he's trying to, like, cause chaos. What does that tell you? LO for 2. What is happening with Johnson? Is he still done? Who frickin' knows? I mean, it sounds like the motion to vacate's kind of going nowhere right now. So it sounds like they're not going to do it. But then what was the point of announcing to the world, yes, we are going to motion to vacate Speaker Mike Johnson?
I mean, this is Large Marge we're talking
True.
about.
They're pouring more than $100 million to primary Matt Gaetz, I bet you. Oh, yeah, they're going to spend tens of millions of dollars. Hey, Rob, do you think Vivek should run for Ohio governor? It will help boost his national profile. He's going to be like the cabinet somewhere. He's not going to run for governor.
I did you see what Vivek tweeted?
What?
Yesterday?
What? What did Vivek
He
tweet?
said that he said, okay, here, I want you to put this on screen so that everyone just kind of understands how big of a grifter he is.
Okay, this is from Patriot Takes. Oh, good Lord. Do I really want to trust it if it's from Patriot Takes?
No, it's a video. Like, it's an actual recording. He did say this.
I can't show the video because well, I think I actually, hold on. Let me set up the audio, folks. Okay, let's do this. What does this clown have to say? What is this?
One of you.
Read the tweet out loud first.
What?
Like, read it out loud for the stream.
Vivek Ramaswamy says the founding fathers will hold Americans accountable in the afterlife. We face our founding fathers in the afterlife, and they ask us, "What sacrifice did you make for our country?" We better have a damn good answer for them. What?
Yeah, George Washington, Bodhisattva Vishnu guys. The founding fathers were.
Let's read that. Just let me watch this.
It's so
doing
dumb.
our part as well for this country. And when we face our founding fathers in the afterlife, and they ask us, what sacrifice did you make for your country? We better have a damn good answer for them, and we will. This is a 1776 moment in our country.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What? That's real?
Yeah.
Excuse me? I'm just shocked. What do you mean we had to answer the founding fathers? What are they, to God? No, they're not. Unfreaking believable.
You can tell he doesn't believe his shit because he says things like these just to get a response out of boomers.
Bro. In George Washington we trust. Oh my good lord. Unfreaking believable.
What do you think of Rap? What do you make of Ben Garrison? He has been talking about running for governor of Montana in the future.
I don't even. Is that a South Park character?
No, Ben Garrison is the guy who draws all that crazy comic shit.
I honestly don't know. I'm confused. What's the problem here? He's basically implying that, like, the founding fathers are like gods.
He's deifying the founding fathers, and he's using them in such a method to try and get a response out of boomers.
Let's see here. But yeah, the problem is just like, you can't just say like we're gonna meet our founding fathers in the afterlife and then we gotta answer to them. No, you're not. That's what you're gonna say? Like, publicly? It's unfreaking believable. It's just like, why say that? Cole Langdon for 2. Thoughts of Deb Fisher's opponent in Nebraska. Isn't that the independent? Or something, that quote-unquote independent that's a Democrat? She's gonna win. But Deb Fisher ain't losing. Rap, the founding fathers deserve our complete and total respect like this. They're not gods!
Did you guys know that grunts in Halo breathe methane?
What does that have to do with the founding fathers?
It doesn't. I just found it neat.
But it's just like, how can you publicly, like, compare them to a god? That's what it sounded like. Pale for 2, he's Hindu. What the hell do you expect? No, he's saying when you meet them in heaven, they'll ask what you did for your country. I don't think they're gonna ask that. I don't think, like, why would they ask that? Whatever. It's one of those things, it just seems cringy. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Lord Trump and Michael Whatley need to stay in the RNC so we can have competent majority moving forward. They're going to stay there for a while. If you think this could be like a 1-year thing, nah. They're going to be here for a while. That's a good thing. We need someone like Michael Whatley and Lord Trump. We don't need frickin' Ron and McDaniel. The fact that they're fundraising $1 million a day now, when Ron was lucky to fundraise $1 million a month, just goes to show you that Rana, her magic is, was, well, not there anymore. He said it for the boomers. Yeah, but...
Hail for 199. He's Hindu. What the hell do you expect? Yeah, no, unironically, Hindus have some whack-ass theological beliefs.
True. The Vivek line was nothing to be flipping out about. Trump says far more cringy things a little time. When was the last time he compared the founding fathers to God? Again, you know, stuff could... Again, you could argue that, well, he was just saying, like, we're going to see in the afterlife, whatever, but the way he implied it, that's what I'm just kind of pissed off about. If Vance was a nominee in 2020, who would be the top 5 VP picks for him? I think Anna Paulina Luna is his most likely pick. I don't see Luna being a VP pick. She's a good congressman, or congresswoman, I should say, but she's not going to be a VP pick. It's going to be someone like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, maybe. Someone like that, I could see, but...
I don't want Sarah Huckabee Sanders to be picked for vice president.
Why?
she's doing really good in Arkansas, and I want her to continue to do good things for the state of Arkansas because the state of Arkansas is one of my 2 home states.
Oh, fair enough. Lord Rhino for 5. Who's in charge of the North Carolina GOP now? Are they based? I honestly don't know, but at this point, it's like, who cares? The national party's doing good. The rest of the party should do good. Theoretically. Theoretically, surely. Surely that's the case.
Jason Simmons. Who is Jason Simmons?
What?
Jason Simmons, North Carolina GOP chair. Oh, this is good.
What? Who's Jason Simmons?
Oh, I like that. He was the state director for Trump's North Carolina. He was the North Carolina state director for the Trump campaign in 2016, and in 2020, he was the Southern Regional Political Director.
That's good. That's actually really good.
Formerly enlisted in U.S. Army Reserves as a combat medic and mental health specialist. That's fucking good. I like that.
So you actually got a good replacement for Whatley. Good. That's my one fear, that if you get rid of the Whatley, you would have got some freaking, what's like a Christina Caramel type.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
In Caramel.
Can you imagine, though, like, we had 50 different Christina Caramels running this statewide parties? Yeah, I think the party would be bankrupt in like 5 minutes if that happened. Do you see that guy, Vermin Supreme, turned gay through glitter bombing is the nominee of the Constitution Party? Oh yeah, I saw that. The Vermin Supreme, if you don't know, like, he threw a bunch of, like, he turned like someone gay. It was like a joke, like during like those debates. Yeah, no, you know Vermin Supreme, they got the boot on his head.
I know who Vermin Supreme.
So back in 2012, like, there was this like anti-gay like Republican or something, and he like he threw like a glitter bomb thing at the guy to turn him gay. It was like a joke, like how ridiculous he sounded at times. Well, apparently he's running as the Constitution Party's nominee for president, not Supreme, the guy that he quote unquote turned gay or whatever. That's American politics for you.
I'm gay.
Oh, good lord.
I'm black. I'm Jewish. I am a woman seeking to liberate her body.
Is that what Cuomo said?
Yeah. I am gay. I am black. I am Jewish. I am disabled. I am a woman seeking to take control of her body. I am a New Yorker.
Let's see here. Hey, Rap, top 10 and bottom 10 current GOP Congress people. Well, that's kind of difficult to talk about because you could, for the House, it's more difficult because you got some, like, people that are really good in leadership, but at the same time, that doesn't mean they're the best on policy. So, that's why I got to, like, do a whole video on that, do some research. Let's see. Cuomo. Yeah, did he say, like, when he sexually assaulted someone that he was Italian? That's why he could do it? Or something?
Yeah, it's like, I'm not perverted, I'm Italian. And then fucking Rudy Giuliani came out and defended him. Well, it's like, it's nice to know that it's nice to know that no matter what, sleazy Italians got each other's backs.
Italians. Last Don Bake I think is the worst. I just, you know, Brian Fitzpatrick, you can't really rate him there because he's in the Philly district. But Don Bacon, I know it's Omaha, but he's just bad even for that district. All right, if anyone got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, comments, begin sending them now. Last call is for super chats, everyone. She'll probably be the senator when Rubio leaves. Who? Luna? I don't think so. It's gonna be someone like Donald's or someone. Well, Donald should run for governor.
Donald's should not run for governor.
I think
Matt Gaetz should run for governor.
They both are, it sounds like.
I would prefer Gaetz over Donald, personally.
You see, it's like, to me, I really don't care. I think both of them are really good. But
oh no, they're both fantastic. It's just that I simply prefer Gaetz.
Well, I think just Matt Gaetz would be more useful in the House. I don't think he's an executive type. That's my problem.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Because, like,
both would be good.
What? Better than DeSantis' wife. Did you see that? Apparently that may actually happen where she's gonna run.
Ugh, Casey DeSantis. Oh, great.
The
He's the
memes.
next Bill Clinton.
The next Bill Clinton. Let's see. Rap. Would you support a homosexual for president? I mean, we already had.
No.
Okay, we're not gonna get into that. Let's see here. I'll take Gates as governor.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not gonna finish the rest of that. I'll take Gates as governor, Donald's as senator. I would actually do the opposite. I think Donald's would be a better executive, and Gates would be a better senator, because that's what people gotta understand. Just because you're good, it doesn't mean you should run for anything. There are some people that they might be great congressmen. They would be terrible governors or executives. You're like Matt Rosendale. I like Rosendale, but he would not be a good executive, like governor or something. And Brewster for 5. Hey, Rap, have you seen the Washington State governor's poll? Reichen, the leading GOP contender, is not only winning the primary, but also is at +9 in the general matchup. If Reichen wins that, I mean, I'll be a W. Like, he's not, S tier or something, but considering he was from the Seattle area, he's good.
Ambrister for $5. Okay, you're reading that one off
We
right
already
now.
read that. Someone said look at the Kelvin Coolidge project. What'd I miss? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a real good thing from Kelvin Coolidge project. Ben Snick for 5. Per Kelvin Coolidge, 43% of small businesses were unable to pay their rent in full this month. Wow, that's a good sign. Yeah, from Bloomberg.
Biden inflation.
Wow, that's a great sign. Good Lord, 43%. What was it like in 2008? I assume it was higher, but what was 2008 like for like the rent stuff? Can someone look that up?
Sam Madston for $5 says anything rap. Oh, good Lord.
Sam Mads for 5 says anything rap. Oh, good Lord. Well, no, just like some of the stuff. It's like I don't know. Like some of the stuff, I'm just trying to be careful to YouTube, and like the headlines are weird. So, guys, you have to pull a trigger warning when talking about Washington. Let's see. That's Bidenomics. Yeah, that should be. This is the Biden campaign in a nutshell. They're saying the economy is so good, yet 43% of businesses can't even pay rent. Now, granted, again, probably the recession was worse because that was more of the real estate and like the house and stuff like falling apart, but the housing market. But either way, it's still not good when 43% of your small businesses can't even pay rent. 2008 was highest in November 2008 with 36% of small businesses missing rent. Hold up, what? It was 36% in 2008? And it's what, 43% now? That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all, if that's real. But anyways, folks, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Tyron, got anything else to say?
No, not really.
Kind of went over everything. Kind of slow news day. Again, that's why I like to do streams on the slower-ish days. When not like there's stuff happening, but like nowhere near as much as like when the like the weekends and stuff. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next stream video wherever you see me from. Godspeed to all.